I fucked Minnie Pearl. I fucked Elvis Presley's little girl. I fucked the Judds. I fucked the Judds. My country boner, it won't go down. It won't go down. It won't go down. My boner won't go down. It won't go down. It won't go down. My country boner, it won't go down. I fucked Willie Nelson. I fucked him deep inside.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Can't Understand Normal Thinking with your host, Pat Sharkey and Matt Smookler. This is a podcast where we take a hard look at the world around us and challenge our listeners each week to determine if we're the fucked up ones or if it's just the rest of the world that's fucked. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, Sir Pat Sharkey.
It's definitely good afternoon.
We got a late start today.
I don't even know what time it is.
It is almost 2
2
o'clock.
Yeah, a little late.
We're usually wrapping it up at this time, but
Never wrap it up, Smook. We never. We go in fucking raw dog.
balls deep. But
Which isn't too much for me. 2.5.
but this week getting here, both Pat and I were dragging ass. But as opposed to last week, we've already gotten a lot done. We have our new little setup here.
Yeah. We had it last week, too. You just never saw it.
Yeah. So many things went wrong last week.
But we recorded the show, and it would have been great to see Smookler fucking on deathbed.
Yeah.
After he told the Bumblebee story 2 times in a row, I knew it was time to quit the show.
Yeah, at one point, we were, I guess, like 75 minutes in, and Pat goes, yeah, and we're just going to wrap it up for today.
I think we should wrap it up.
So just a little recap from last week. I had shown up here, and, like I do every other week, I walk up the stairs, bullshit with Pat for a second, and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, my left fucking eyeball just starts going haywire on me. When you like lose your vision, or when you are going to pass out, or you're drunk or something, it starts closing in from the peripheral, and it's double vision going up and down.
Tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision. But like when you get that choppy look through your eye, it's, vertical. This was horizontal in my one eyeball. And then not only can you not see, you start like getting dizzy and shit.
Did you get nauseous?
Well, I was nauseous, but I don't know if that was one from whatever was fucked up in my eye, 2, the blurred vision, and then also there's a fear of not knowing what's going on, and trying to, I grinded through it, but just not knowing what's going on, and then you got Pat telling me it's my diabetes.
I thought it was.
So did I. It could be a number of things, but and then that was Sunday. I went home and fell asleep. Monday I woke up fine. I put the kid on the bus, and I'm going to go to the gym, and it started happening again. I got a new job, and, everything starts going through my mind. If you're supposed to call in, it's supposed to be the night before or 2 hours before, this, that, and the next. And I was like, fuck it. I need to go to a walk. Like, I don't like going to the doctor. I don't go to the doctor.
No.
When you're sick, or like it's a little sniffle or something, you go to work. You got a headache, you go to work.
You don't be a pussy.
You
ignore it.
Yeah,
do what I do.
You basically go through with it until a point where you can't do something.
Until they say you can't come to work anymore, Pat.
Yeah.
You see that thing growing out of your leg? It might be a blood clot. And I go, fuck you.
Yeah, I'll work through the blood clot.
Yeah. You gonna pay my bills?
Half hour later, call the ambulance. No, it's $800. I'll walk there.
Yeah, never call an ambulance. That's a fucking bullshit racket right there.
But I went to City MD, and then what they told me was
go to the doctor.
No, they said go to the hospital. They wanted to rule out a stroke. I'm fucking 43 years old next month. Like a stroke? Are you fucking kidding me? So I go to the hospital. They give me a CAT scan. I'm there all day. Give me a CAT scan. Then I get the CAT scan back, and they're like, oh, yeah, well, check this out. We see a little blip on your brain, right? But we don't know if it's the ink, from the imaging being printed out. That's the best case scenario.
Or if it was that weekend in Hempstead.
Yeah. So now it's like, they're like, we need to order you an MRI, because if it's a fuck up on the ink or whatnot, it's called an artifact. So now I got to wait hours more for an MRI, thinking that I got a hole in my brain. long story short, I get the MRI. Thankfully, it is not a stroke. What it was, they don't know what it is, if it's neurological or if it's, ocular from the fucking helmet. So I'm going to be following up with doctors on that shit. But
epilepsy, they ruled it out?
They didn't rule out epilepsy.
To me, that sounds like something like epilepsy. Like, I know I'm watching some YouTube videos, especially with like police and stuff like that.
Right.
They'll warn you before, like, because the flashing of the lights could cause an eleptic seizure.
Well,
and Super Scope 6, if you remember for N6 Super Nintendo, they had a big epileptic seizure warning on Super Scope 6.
Yep, but there's a reason why I refer to you as Dr. Sharkey.
Yeah.
Because you know a lot of stuff. I don't know why you don't have a doctorate in something.
I don't know either. I think after we become famous, I should get an honorary doctorate from Suffolk.
From Suffolk?
Yeah.
Honorary doctorate in what?
Sociology.
Okay.
That's the study of people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So I think I study people very well.
I love all that stuff. I love learning about human behavior.
In West Virginia, it wasn't called sociology, though. It was called humanities.
Humanities? I got a part of it is sociology, but yeah.
I remember taking humanities. Same fucking bullshit.
I like learning about human behavior. Part of it is, humanities is like psychology, sociology,
one of my favorite things to do is to watch people in an airport. I could do that all day.
Yeah,
just watch people, like, because that's where you'll see people's worst behavior.
Yeah.
This isn't a fucking airport.
Yep.
Did you see that black who took off her clothes because she got denied fucking flight?
No, but I would like to.
Oh, dude. Well, she got them. She stripped down naked to show that she wasn't drunk.
Good for her.
Yeah. Fucking walking around like, dude.
Test. Were there kids around?
Every kid's around. They get a big scene that she's not drunk, and oh no, she's just a gorilla with no clothes on.
Did she have floppy tits?
Floppy tits, dude. She was fat. Dude, it looked like fucking someone let the fucking gorilla fucking cage open at the Bronx Zoo. She looked like a silverback fucking walking around the fucking. She was basically, her arms were hitting the fucking floor. Yeah. She fucking moved around.
Do you know what they call that? You know what that is? That's called a knuckle dragger.
She was definitely a knuckle dragger.
You know where that comes from, right?
Yeah, from the fucking Congo.
God, I can't believe I even said that. I've never heard you use that one. You have all these creative, colorful words.
Yeah, niggas just sound so good.
Oh, my God. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, as of this moment, I'm okay. Keep me in your prayers.
Yeah, bullshit.
And
don't tell us about it if you do.
Yeah. And at the same time, we... our tagline for our podcast is, are we the fucked up ones or is it just the rest of the world? Well, I'll tell you this much last week. I was the fucked up one.
You're always the fucked up one. I think I'm normal.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't want to be normal. I don't like normalcy.
Well, normalcy, we're pretty normal compared to fucking liberals.
Well, yeah. Can you this is a good topic to bring up.
We shower.
Can you define what is normal? What do you consider
waking
normal?
up every day.
Okay.
Going to work. And striving to do better
than the day before,
and not giving up on life.
Okay.
And not being a fucking criminal and being a victim.
And part of that is, when things get tough, not trying to go around things, go through obstacles.
You could go around them, but you still got to fucking move forward.
Yeah, to me, that's going through. Like, don't avoid your problems. Don't create problems. And if there is a problem, be a problem solver.
I like avoiding them also, but you don't have to go the other way. You can just fucking
yeah.
Right around.
Well, you're talking about work smart, not hard.
Yeah.
Work smart, not hard. Yeah, and don't create problems. And if there is a problem, if you're not, there's a famous, I think, a military phrase. It's called lead, follow, or get out of the way. And that, to me, I think that applies to a lot of things. If there's a problem and you're not actively trying to find a solution, either follow the people that are, or just step aside and let them fix it.
We did way too much following with that fucking COVID.
Yeah, well,
that's why I don't think it would ever happen again. We would never fall for that bullshit again.
Fall for what?
The fucking that we were gonna go outside. I really thought it was gonna be like I Am Legend out there. If I went outside at one point,
there was a point where like they almost tried to create that. No, there wasn't like zombies or any of that other shit or like
but
end of the world
in the world, yeah, because if you got this disease, you were gonna die.
I know that at one point there wasn't as much pollution happening because not as many people were driving.
I made a fucking great fucking from my house in Saratoga County to Northwell LIJ on a Monday morning.
Why'd you have to go to Northwell LIJ?
I got to go there.
Oh, okay. Yes.
I had an appointment.
Yes.
And I made it in an hour and 50 minutes.
And how long was that
normally about an hour more, about 2 hours and 50.
Oh, wow.
I was doing 95 the whole way.
Nice.
And cops, if they saw you, they didn't want to pull you over because they were afraid of getting COVID.
Yeah.
If a cop pulled me over, I start coughing like crazy. It was great. There was nothing, and there was so much, you know what? There was no assholes on the road. We got $2 extra an hour at work.
Oh, COVID. Yeah, nice. I like that.
We were getting fucking bonus. I like COVID for a minute, but, you know, it got to the point that I can't go to see sports. 2020, I don't even think counted as a baseball season.
Did they actually have
They had a 60 games. Well, 60 games was this fucking high school?
Yeah. Oh, so
we play 162 and 180 games because that's fucking baseball.
Was there even a World Series that year?
Yeah. Dodgers beat Tampa Bay.
Oh, fuck the Dodgers.
Yeah. Dude, it's a fucking Jew season, 60 games. 60 games in a fucking season.
Jew season. So, yeah, that was a little bit of last week. I don't even remember what we talked about. It was such a free ball weekend. What else did we discuss last week?
I can't remember, to be honest with you. And I listened to the show.
Me too.
Fart sniffing. Oh, the fart sniffers.
Oh, and it's funny that you brought that up. So at my new job.
Oh, you have a fart sniffer there?
No, but they were bringing up something, and I don't let people know I have a podcast, but
yeah,
you know, a couple of hot chicks, one of them older, one of them was bringing up the fact of how impressed she was with this whole OnlyFans thing. You know, her whole thing was like, yo, flaunt if you got it. If it's God's gift, you know, do it. And I brought up the fact that it's amazing how much money that these people
guys are sick fucks.
Yeah. And I brought up the fart sniffers, you know, like, and there's other things out there, but me as a guy, I don't even know if I told you this.
Dude, I was feet too. People are into fucking feet. Like
when I was at Hope House, not Hope House. When I was at when I was at when I was living someplace else, whatchamacallit, OnlyFans started blowing up. It's like when I guess it really was becoming a thing, and I was really wondering, like, I was like, how can I do something? I go, you can't. Well, you can, but if you're into showing yourself to gay dudes, I was really I was really going through this. I'm like, can I make $1 million in a year? And I go, I don't have to interact. Like, oh no, you have to interact with them.
Dude, they're gonna want fucking shitty underwear.
Yeah, and they're gonna watch you jerking off.
They want to watch you pissing in front of them.
But like, if I don't have to, and you have to see them, because these women that do this stuff, or anyone who does OnlyFans, they turn it into a job. Like, it's a job sitting in their bedroom, doing their hair, taking pictures or whatnot. And then I realized, I was like, first of all, I have to find the market.
Shape too.
Yeah. I have to find the market for myself, work
myself.
Oh,
you're
in
a
that
gay guy
yeah,
market.
And I'm like, I can't do this. I'm like, it's like there's nothing like, unless the money starts coming in. If I already knew that's going to come in,
you can't be gay for pay.
What?
You ever hear these guys that say they're gay for pay?
I understand it, but I've never heard.
Dude, MTV True Life had a whole thing on it.
Okay,
gay for pay. And it was like, oh, I only do gay porn and get fucked in the ass for money, but I'm really straight and I have a girlfriend. No, you're taking it in the ass. You're a faggot.
I've known guys
that were
gay. No, it's the other way around. So they were gay, but they did straight porn.
Yeah, but you're gay.
Yeah. But the point was they were doing the opposite of what they are. They were banging chicks to get money.
Yeah, fucking fuck you taking away chicks from us.
Yeah, well, I mean.
I'm leaving you the gay guys.
Yeah, right?
leave our chicks alone.
Yeah, well, I get what you're saying with that, but it was more so like, unless I knew that the money was definitely coming in, that's what stopped me from doing it. Like, I was like, I'm not joining Grindr. I'm not making my own. I'm not making my own OnlyFans account and put my name out there unless I know the second I start doing something, like, because I would have to start doing it,
dude,
and then I would have all this evidence on my phone of me doing these weird things, and not know if I'm getting money sent.
Not
my
even
way.
that. You could get fucking. What if you never wanted a job and all of a sudden Matt Smookler takes shit on fucking piece of paper and sends it to someone, fucking pops up on the internet. Yeah. Dude, I remember Will the Farter on the Stern Show used to do that, and gay guys used to pay a lot of money for him to fart in like underwear and send it to him.
See, I would do that.
Yeah, not me.
If
someone sent it, I don't want fucking. First of all,
right now, someone texts your phone,
$50 and for a shitty pair of underwear.
They say, like, let's say, listen, every week you fart into your fucking, like, you eat beans, you know, and I want you to record yourself. I want, like, juicy, wet, and I'm going to give you $150 a week.
$150?
Yeah, for one video a week of doing
a video after? No.
You just, like, you know, set up this little thing right here, and you just have
to
go.
And it's a guy?
And the guy, and you just have to go once, right? And you don't even have to be naked. Like, you
can be leaving my clothes on?
Yeah, you can leave your clothes on, but you have to show that you're giving a nice, wet, stinky
I can do it for a fart.
Okay.
If I had to be naked or anything like that, no.
Okay, what about shirtless? You just got to do it without your shirt on. Not like completely gay.
I can do it with that.
Okay. See, there's a market for that, but the thing is how weird am I going to be before I know I'm getting that money? You know, that's why it's America. You never know until you try.
You're going to end up taking shits on fucking someone. That's where it always ends up. Or you're going to be someone's going to be taking a dump on you and pissing down your mouth. That's where it always ends up. You can start off little with just farting into a phone.
So it's progressive. Like, it's like drug addiction. Like, you start with smoking pot. Yeah, it starts.
Then you get a dump on your fucking chest.
Before you know it, you're going to be mainlining dookies into your fucking veins.
And it's never for good money.
Yeah.
It's for $50 to get that fucking shit on the chest.
Yeah.
I mean, look with me. I took a fucking $80 shit on fucking Angus's bed. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. But there was nothing gay about that.
No.
It was gay about that. That was all fun.
The only thing gay about it was Angus fucking complaining about it. How dare you?
Not even McCann and his hairy ass. Like,
well, I didn't see that. I was in the fucking wiping. No, don't you remember? Because I had to go into the shower after.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah.
So I missed
there was a whole tornado of shit going on after you took your shower.
Yeah, I remember the shit fucking all over the fucking room.
Oh my god,
dude! And then that cheap fuck decides to fucking not even throw the fucking sheets out, Angus. Throw them out.
I'm telling you, McCann blew up his spot because he never helped anyone with everything, and I still remember him helping take the sheets. He's stupid. He never was the bread bulb in the fucking box. He was dragging the sheets out, shit-filled sheets with Angus because he actually felt bad. He felt bad.
He shouldn't feel bad.
I know, but he did.
I remember I did too a little bit, like a little towards the end. Like that's when we started sobering up. We're like, fuck.
Yeah.
He did get kind of mad.
Yeah. It is kind of fucked up. Like, you know,
fucking Muscays.
I fucking blame them. Them and dogs. Like,
dogs. No, it was them walking across his room with dog shit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the fucking Jeep's on the fucking front lawn. Who the fuck do you think shit on your fucking bed, Angus?
Dude, we were animals. Like, just that behavior alone is animalistic, but it was just everything else we did. How do you not? You know what? It's called it's denial.
Dude, who is the girl? She was friends with Chandler and Claire. She had Alexis. Was it Alexis Mann?
Possibly.
She ran track. She had curly hair.
Yeah.
So she was over there one time. And
when she was starting that, like when other
I didn't know she was super Jew.
Yeah.
So we're in the backyard
and
we were starting a fire, and Chandler got close to her. I was like, Chandler, don't get too close. We don't want you to end up like
oh man.
and they love
her. Yeah, it was that, you know, I grew up with Alexis, man.
Yeah.
Like, she was
I didn't know she was super Jew though.
Oh yeah. And like, you know, she was cool over time, you know.
She never really spoke.
Yeah, that's what it was. Like, you know, but she fell into that category. I remember my mouse Sniffles died the day we went to her bar mitzvah. Yeah. Bar mitzvah is actually really cool.
Yeah. Super. Fucking real super.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bat
bar is a guy, right?
Yeah. Bat mitzvah is a chick, but I don't know.
Did she have a brother?
Yes, she had a younger brother who's also track and all that other stuff. Like, you know, like not curly hair, but very Brett Millerish.
Brett Miller's a super Jew too.
Yeah, Brett Miller was not a bad guy.
No. Yeah. But he was just such an easy target.
Yes,
he was such an easy target to fucking make fun of. And the fact that he would play football would just piss me off because he wasn't that good.
No, that was
Scotty should have been playing over him.
Yeah, and I probably fell into that category too. I wasn't that great, but in Port Jeff, it was a blessing and a curse. The blessing was it was such a small school, there was no tryouts. The curse was, well, everyone had to play.
Yeah,
yeah. That's why we had some of the records we had.
Dude, that's the one thing they should start. And it wasn't healthy for us, but like when you got a fucking fat fuck like Little John playing, just cut him. Like, you're not doing any favors for us. We look like we're embarrassment because this motherfucker can't wear the same fucking colored pants we can because he's so fucking fat.
Yep.
Like, that's when you gotta cut people. Like, we're all inclusive now.
Dude, him being your lineman is scary.
See, I wasn't on JV.
Yeah, I know. Like, I that was fucking scary. Like, or we had a great fucking
dude, and his pants would be down to here still too. He couldn't.
My favorite center ever was Jay Spence. Okay, dude was badass. He's in the military eventually. He was just a quiet dude who did his job.
Me, man, like I used to be a center. I used to be a center. Angus. Hurt.
He got in the very last play. He got hurt, and like this is a guy who played hurt. This is a guy who never fucking complained. Always did his job. Humble, did everything. Very last play, he just got laced up, right? And it was Tim Sarabian comes in.
Oh my God.
I got you, and I go.
Yeah, with his fucking arm pads on. Oh, Captain Timmy's here.
Yeah. And it was just one of those things where I'm like,
yeah, like he's probably like. In the bedroom, he's probably fucking punching girls in the face.
Yeah, I see him on Facebook. He still loves Superman. He's a teacher someplace. He actually has a family. Like he's a good dude. He's a good dude. But he's not lying.
No, he's something sneaky. There's child porn on his computer or something.
Why? Because you think he's a teacher? He's a liberal?
No, he's just something. He's not right in the head, Smook. Trust me. There's something. Trust me, Kesh Patel, if you listen to this, Tim Sarabian, look it up on the FBI. Just, we need to get into his hard drive, I think.
Okay.
I think there's little kids probably on that computer.
That's a horrible thing
Pinky
to say.
Pinky and the Brain. Pinky. Any kid who sings, remember when you sing Pinky and the Brain? Or Animaniacs?
Remember, yeah, I love Animaniacs. What about Sarabian Nights? We would be on a bus.
Dude, that motherfucker, it was weird, too.
And he'd sing peach fuzz.
He had, like, real peach fuzz, like, fucking hair growing out of his face.
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to shave that off so it becomes real hair.
He looked like Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh, my God. That was awesome. Yeah. Teddy Ruxpin's a great throwback.
I had a Teddy Ruxpin.
You did.
Dude, I had a Teddy Ruxpin, and you remember you used to be able to record on the tape?
Yes, yeah.
I had Top Gun, and you would hear Highway to the Danger Zone, and you would hear them singing, revving up the master.
Yeah.
And then you would hear,
oh, you can speed it up like the Chipmunks?
No, it would be me singing at 2 years old.
That's awesome.
The next verse.
Yeah. I didn't have a Teddy Ruxpin, but I did have a My Buddy, which was
My Buddy. You have a kid sister?
My buddy and me, kid sister, kid sister, kid sister, kid sister and me. No, but it was that thing was so fucking creepy and weird, and he eventually became my dog's toy.
Yeah.
so
he got fucked in the ass a couple times.
Yeah, not even that. Just think of it. It's like a little child and you've seen a dog that's destroying it.
Yeah. My buddy. You have a pound puppy?
No, I had Popples.
I had a pound puppy. I found it not too long ago. I forget where. I think it's in my mom's room.
Pound puppies were cool.
Yeah, Patches.
Oh, nice. The Patches was the main one.
Yeah.
Popples. I still look online I had the orange Popples. They're like, I think they were so fucking cool. There's even a cartoon for them.
Pound puppies, yeah.
No, I'm talking about Popples now.
Dude, this is throwing it back. What was the best ever kids cartoon, in your opinion?
Well, you know mine, but hold on.
I'm kids, not fucking. You have to be a fucking nerd and an adolescent to fucking watch. Talking about kids cartoons, kids like toddlers.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh man, there's so many.
I'm going to sing a song in about a minute for me.
Was it the not Weebles?
Muppet Babies will make your dreams come true.
Muppet Babies will make your dreams come true. Muppet Babies is really good.
Them and Fraggle Rock. I had Fraggle Rock underwear.
Oh my God.
Shit all over. I remember I shit myself in Toys R Us and my mom had to throw them out.
Fraggle Rock.
Down in Fraggle Rock.
They have the fucking class on. It's gonna come to me. I'll start singing it someplace.
But Muppet Babies was my favorite.
Muppet Babies, where your dreams come true.
Muppet Babies, when your room looks kind of weird and you wish that you weren't there.
Do you remember?
Just close your eyes and make believe, and we can.
That's awesome that you know it.
Muppets, baby, the cartoon.
That's awesome. That's so great. You don't know that.
Oh yeah, it was a great song.
What about
I haven't seen it.
Captain Caveman? I wasn't a
Captain Planet. He's a hero, gonna take the bad guys down to zero.
Of course, you'd love that fucking liberal fucking environmental bullshit.
I hated it. I hated it. It was on at like 6:30 in the morning at WPIX. It was on after the Jetsons or something. So I would only see the beginning.
I'm glad that you would know that, though.
Yeah.
There were so many other ones.
Dude, I've never recycled in my life, and I'm proud of it. I find you one trash can. Cans, boom, go right into the fucking normal trash.
Dude, no recycling on the spot. I can't even think. So Muppet Babies is great.
Fraggle Rocket.
There was also the Saturday morning cartoons that was on USA, right? And it had the train that went by.
Dude, that's where they used to have the Laugh Olympics.
Yes. And I remember the commercial where the claymation guys would go and their heads would roll off. Oh my God, I'm going to fucking have to look it up. But yeah, there were so many.
I still think you can't beat Muppet Babies. Every one of those episodes fucking have you hooked.
Yeah, absolutely. I can still watch them.
I wish they still had those on.
Oh, I'm sure you could watch them. I'm sure that there's something on the internet where they have all that shit. I bet your Rumble, YouTube, something like that. Yeah. We could watch them all.
Where could I find Doogie Howser then?
Oh,
whoever's hiding Doogie Howser from us is a sick fuck. That just doesn't want to bring the world.
This is it with the train that goes by. In a minute.
Oh, I remember that. In a minute.
I'm 10 years old.
Is he retarded?
You didn't have to go on to space camp, little kid.
Camp at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Discovery ready to resume countdown. What is the status of mission control? One of the neatest things here is
I guarantee you he's fucking on drugs, Smook.
Absolutely, after being on this.
In a minute.
Okay. Oh, He-Man.
Yo, I saw He-Man on ice.
What do you mean? What do you mean on ice?
Ice Capades. It was He-Man and She-Ra.
Oh, this was the Wuzzles. The Wuzzles.
I remember the Wuzzles.
I think
this.
Remember this?
No, I remember that.
Yeah. Oh, these things are so cool. I wish it was fucking the 80s still.
Yo, do you ever see that fucking meme where it was like a guy, it's like children of the 80s and he hits into the fucking door and he doesn't even look. And then it goes children of the 90s and he hits into the door and he looks at it and he fucking flips it off. And then it goes children of 2000 and he hits the door. And
yes!
It's like a selfie of it.
Yeah. I love that guy. Yeah. The guys in the 70s.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right. And then he goes, the guys in the 80s. Looks at it.
Yeah.
The guy, kids of the night.
Fuck you.
Yeah. And then the kids of the 2000. That's a great one.
Because it's so true.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Guy imitates.
Well, it's so true because the fucking pussy, they're such pussies now. They have too many feelings. And I really think the next generation is even more fucked up because they missed all that school for COVID.
Yes.
You can't miss fucking 3 years of school in the middle when your brain's developing and coming out normal.
Kids born in
it's not this guy. It's a different same thing, but it's not this guy.
Kids born in the 90s.
This ain't gonna translate good on this.
It's not, but whatever.
Kids born in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And so, dude, that's the fucking problem because now we're going to have pussies.
Yes. Kids born.
The biggest, and it's even worse. If you technically, like where we were born, we're technically Generation X.
Yes.
Because it's, even though you graduated in the new millennium.
Yep.
It's supposed to be generation, the millennials are supposed to be people who graduated in the new millennium. This is it. Yeah. That guy.
Bitch. And so this guy is great, and you know who he looks like? Remember the
Uncle Jesse?
Oh yeah, well, remember the Breakfast Club? You know the one guy.
I can't think of his name, but yeah, the guy who does all the dancing at the end.
Yeah. Oh, no, the badass.
Yeah, the badass guy. What the fuck's he? It's not Judge Reinhold. The badass guy.
Yeah, from fucking Breakfast Club. But that's so great that you
fuck's Secreto when you need him.
You hear that, Mark? Where the fuck are you when we need you? But yeah, I guess cartoons. I always like revisiting this. And I am so fucked up and spaced out these days. I need to do a better version of whatever my top 5 to 2000
never again.
Like Heathcliff, Danger Mouse, Heathcliff. But you brought up
toddlers, though. Toddlers.
I get what you're saying. So from the ages of 2 to 4 or 5 years old.
I'm thinking from like 1 to 4.
Yeah, 1 to 4. That's great because you know what? And
like
it's so funny.
Sesame Street, Bert and Ernie, that type of shit.
Okay, so do you remember
Snuffleupagus?
Hey, bird. What was it?
What the fuck is Snuffleupagus?
Woolly Mammoth.
Oh.
What the?
You
remember Pinwheel, spinning around? It was Nickelodeon before Nickelodeon.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know that on Sesame Street?
Yes, absolutely.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
This show was weird, and it was so before Nickelodeon was created, this was a show for when me and you were the ages of 1 to 4, and back then parents had to work and do shit, and when they had kids, they had to throw them in front of a TV and just have something to keep them entertained. So this was Nickelodeon before, but this is hey, listen to the song. I love it.
Pinwheel will be back after these messages.
It's not really Nickelodeon. It was Nickelodeon. Ricky, they call. Oh, that's so cool. Come on, give me the theme song. Of course, Monkeys. Troubles? I don't even remember Troubles. Come on. A lot of claymation shit.
Paddington Bear?
Yeah. See how it's all stop motion? Some of them will be clay, some will be just little different skits.
I kind of remember this. Gumby.
Yeah. Gumby was a TV show theme song. This is it. This is so weird. I love this. I'll never forget this song. Look at my pinwheel and see what I found. Where have you been? Hello, how are you and how have you been? So weird.
That's real animation right there.
Yeah.
None of this fucking
that's like claymation.
And look at how the blacks have big noses.
Yeah. So they just had those 2 guys there, right? It was almost like a Bert and Ernie guy. And actually now it's where my brother and I, like my mom used to always get mad. There's a game called Gotcha Last. Touch you, got you last. I got you last. Got you last.
Like tag.
Yeah, tag, but you just said, got you last. Got you last. And those guys, every single episode, they're supposed to get into a rocket ship. Every single time. And every time they go, got you last. Got you last. And they always missed. I wanted them to get into the rocket ship and fly away. But every single time they started playing got you last, and that was it. And then there was another one where it was just these red dots that was supposed to be a centipede, right? No, that's not it. There was another song to it, and there's the red dots. This centipede, just a dot would go away, and they would just become smaller and then bigger. It was just a really weird show. Hold on, you can't do that on television.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember this show, man.
Yeah.
I would have been on 3 hits of acid to fucking.
Well, I think that was for toddlers, right? Whereas
toddlers,
we're talking about 80s.
Yeah, you can't do that on television to adolescents.
Yes, that was fucking
You can't say
weird.
no. Can't say no.
No.
You don't want to say no.
And that's where slime. That's also where slime. Well, that was the key word of the day.
Yeah.
But
can't say no.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh yeah. So you had to say yes to everything.
You don't ever say. You say no, you're fucked on that show.
So guess what? I'm gonna shit on your chest, and guess what? You can't
say.
You can't say no because if you don't let me shit on your chest, you're gonna get this green slime.
You think about it. That in the 80s too, because Nancy Reagan was always preaching, just say no. Just say no.
Yeah.
And then you got the show. Don't say no. You can say no, you're gonna get slimed. If you ever say no, You will fucking scare the fuck out of you. You can't say no.
Remember Barf Burgers? Remember with that? Do you remember Barf Burgers?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that was on, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Wish I could have seen old Barky's face and found like his carbo and started down my door. Oh,
It's the school cafeteria. Look at this guy. The rapist.
Dude, who the fuck was what was the guy's name in our school cafeteria? The guy with the mustache.
Wait a second.
You know, was it Steve? Steve Arena?
Oh, wait. What was his role, though? Like,
he was the fucking the cook. You know, he had a mustache.
I
was
remember.
It Steve Arena?
We knew, of course.
Yo, you got pizza bagels, Steve? Got pizza bagels?
And they had those burgers, though, that were really good. Like, they'd wrap them up in the tinfoil.
Yeah. Dude, you don't remember, but my 7th grade year,
yes,
we had Subway.
Yeah, but you also had open cafeteria, because I remember all day long, because by the time I got there,
yeah.
I remember how the 6th graders get to spend a day.
Yeah,
you up there, so
you could buy food whenever.
Yes,
yeah.
I had Abby, whatever the fuck. Abby Boyd.
I had Pierce Gang.
Like, well, that was when I went up. Pierce Gang. Nice.
That's what fuck.
Well, Pierce Gang is dude is huge these days. Remember we saw him at the wake or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, like, and you know, like
there was some other kid that was like friends with him.
Yes, and I always say hi to him because I wasn't always the nicest person when I was in high school, and like, you know, I see him hang out with, you know, Mike, Spike or whatnot, and you know, for the last, I'm gonna say, I don't know, 15 years, whenever I see him, I'm always cool with them and whatnot. That the shorter one, I say what's up to him now because I was an asshole when I was younger, like
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know. I know. I don't, you know, like, but you've always been an asshole. Like, you know, that's the thing.
I'm not going to change my fucking ways.
You know, but there's a difference between being an asshole because you think you're cool and being an asshole because you're an asshole, you know?
Yeah, because it's funny.
I was a douchebag, you know, and I can admit that, you know, like, so that's...
Do you remember the day we picked up fucking Dan Nielsen's car before a football game and we put it in the fucking, it was like our senior year, and we put it in the middle of the drive?
Yeah, so I remember doing that. It was... Weidler had the Weidler mobile, but
no, we did
little red car.
No, we did that, but we also did the Dan Nielsen.
Yes. Oh, I remember Dan Nielsen.
He had that little
nerd, right?
Yeah. That's what we call Tic Tac.
Oh, really?
He had bad breath. That motherfucker had
he had the curly hair. Like,
greasy motherfucking.
Yeah.
But he was a nice guy.
Yeah, he was a good kid.
But we had to fuck with him.
Of course.
So we picked up his fucking little Ford, his little hatchback.
Yeah.
We picked up the back and we turned it 180 degrees so he's hanging in the middle of the fucking road.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then we went to a football game out in Southampton and lost.
I remember our senior year, there was someone's car. We got a whole bunch of saran wrap, like a shitload of it, like too much of it.
We did that.
We wrapped up someone's car with it. That can be really hard.
We did that to when I worked at Wall Bombs. We had my boss, this fucking Joe Martino.
You hear that, Joe?
He was just Giuseppe. It's Italian for Joseph. But he went next door to the Michael Anthony's to fucking get drunk.
Yeah.
So we fucking shrink wrapped his fucking van, his minivan, fucking like. We shrink wrapped it.
Smell my fart?
We shrink wrapped it like crazy. Fucking wrapped it around, and he comes out all drunk. He fucking just his plate out, slices up he's keying his whole fucking van up as he does it. Gets in the thing, and the fucking plastic's not even off. Drives right over the fucking curb.
Yeah.
Bounces off the fucking guardrail.
What if all that shrink wrap gets, you know, when your wheels spin, what if it gets caught up in there? Yeah.
You don't give a fuck.
No.
He was the one that told me that. He goes, it's an Italian tradition to put the star on the Christmas tree the night before Christmas.
Oh, so you don't do it for the whole season?
I know. Okay, asshole. My fucking star's been on fucking 3 weeks ago. Whatever. So I get home after having a couple pops here.
Yeah, pops.
a little buzzed. So I get the letter out. The kids are going, Daddy, Daddy. I miss a step. I fall straight into the tree, onto all the presents and break them. Guess who ruined Christmas?
Good. You always need one ruined Christmas.
Oh, dude, he was such a drunk. I love it.
Is he still alive, this guy?
I don't know. Fucking everyone at Wall Bombs lost their job.
Why?
Because fucking they went out of business.
Fucking COVID.
No, they went out of business in 2015.
Oh,
that union killed it.
Wait, where do you work right now?
I work for Whole Foods.
Oh no, that's not where he works. That's not where he works.
They know.
Yeah,
but yeah, there's no union there.
Yeah,
but the union killed fucking wall bombs.
How is it that he killed?
Because you pay these people fucking money that you can't fire.
Oh,
and then you have to hire all part-timers fucking at $7 an hour. They're not going to work hard.
Nope, and no one's earning their money.
No, so if you treat people right, you don't need a union.
Nope, that's exactly.
And unions aren't good. Unions are like a last resort.
So what is the big rat? You know when you
so that's like when they like if you're doing construction on a new place, you got to hire carpenters, you got to hire plumbers, electricians, painters.
From union.
And if you don't hire union guys on one of them, because I remember Uncle Giuseppe's, they hired union across the board, except like the laborers. The journeyman union was like fucking holding, so they didn't hire them. They just hired normal labor. These motherfuckers were protesting every day, and they get violent. They try and goat you into fights and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm making fucking $8 an hour. You're not goating me into
yeah.
I used to give 2 fucks.
And they care because what you're doing is you're hiring another business or whatnot for less money to get the work done, and they feel that they're not getting jobs that they want. They're not getting the work they want.
They want to hold you over the fucking the bed and fuck you in the ass, basically. Right. And if they don't get one thing, their way, they're going to fucking go out there with a riot and protest and everything.
Why is it so hard to get a union job, or why do you have to know someone to be in the
It depends what union. It depends what union.
Like steam fitters or the electrical one?
Because it's hard to get fired once you get in there.
Okay.
Like the longshoremen's a big one. Any of those electrical unions in the city, you have to apprentice for like 5 years.
And they're all addicts and drunks. So, and like if you get like fucked up, like because people are always drinking on the job, or they're hurting their back and then sharing their painkillers with everyone. So it's like, if you get sick, they have to pay for your rehab. They send you to rehab. And
that's any job. If any place, if you fucking get caught smoking or drinking or something like that, you got to, first thing you say, I have a problem.
Yeah, it's what I didn't do at Stony Brook.
You say that, you got them fucked in the ass right away.
Yeah,
because now you're protected with Americans with Disability Act.
Yep, I didn't do that. I should have done that when I was at Stony
Brook.
Oh,
you would have been fucking fine.
Yep,
they would have had to pay for you to go to rehab.
Yep, and they would have been more understanding for what the things I was going through.
If you deny it and you fucking lie,
which is
no. You gotta be like, oh, I have a problem. Okay.
Yep, that's what I needed to do.
So you say that, they're fucked. Because I know where I work, where you fucking, when we fire someone for, like, we saw him dealing or we saw him doing something on the clock, we'll try and not even address that fucking fact.
Right.
We'll try and get him for fucking talking on the phone or something like that.
Yep.
Something, we won't even address the fact that we just saw you dealing drugs.
Yeah, because all they have to do is admit they have a problem. Yeah. And then, okay.
We try and get that's like a last fucking, if you get fired for doing drugs, it's like, oh, there was no other choice.
Yep.
Like you were smoking pot in front of someone, and it was like,
yeah, and it's also jobs like that where like once you're grandfathered in or once you're tenured, right, and it's hard to get rid of you. You have to do something really stupid, like get caught with porn on your computer or like something like that. Speaking of which, let's change subjects a little bit. Let's talk about my new favorite fucking guy. We did a little bit last week, and that is Flowers.
Gordon Flowers.
Alex Rosen.
Did you ever reach out to the guy on the Predator Poachers Long Island?
No, and I'm going to do that after we wrap this up today. We'll take care of a few things like that.
Because we got to get them on the show. First of all, they're doing God's work.
Yeah, they are. So, ladies and gentlemen, we went through this a little bit last week as my brain fizzled out. Predator Poachers. This is a guy who took it upon himself. It's take Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator, but not overproduced. And this guy just poses. He started off as just posing as a fake.
Yeah, he's got a whole team now.
He's got a team now, but he started off as just him making fake accounts of little boys and girls.
The best is, you ever hear, if you watch, I don't know if he has any of the old videos anymore, but when he does a gay guy's voice, it's so funny. He goes, like
he does it?
Oh, dude, and he goes, hey, I'm outside. Guess who's here?
Oh, that's so
like,
good.
He's so funny. And these fucking guys are so horny that they believe it.
Yeah.
One of his underlings in Philadelphia had a gun pulled on him and shot.
Jeez.
So, like, it's dangerous. And these guys have had guns pulled on them a couple times, too.
Well, I mean,
they're
doing
confronting the worst of the worst, though. They're not confronting just a horny guy on fucking Grindr. They're confronting guys with fucking child porn.
They're building a case against him by talking with these people over long periods of time, sharing files.
And because they're on Telegram, because they're doing it with them, they're saving the chats because Telegram's encrypted.
Right.
If you're not doing it through them with, that's the only way you're getting these chats.
Right. And what's great and scary at the same time is, I guess, Telegram and Reddit, they're learning, they're meeting people who have treasure troves
of child porn.
And I don't ever want to watch this stuff. What intrigues me is that it's out there and that people have access to it. And it's the other thing is like, if like that shit is flagged on the internet, somehow there's something encoded in it where if you somehow find something or get someone to send you something, you're going to get caught somehow. Okay.
Well, it's probably fucking, like you said, there's something in it that fucking
raises a flag.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe you're thinking you want to see this or, and your demons are so strong that you have to view it, but you're gonna fucking get caught. And it's just so sick and perverted.
And these guys aren't ones that just get it sent to them once. So let's not act like it's like a one-time view on them.
No,
these guys are fucking
getting them, collecting them, and then sharing them.
Yeah.
And then some of these people are also traffickers. So what this guy Rosen does is he communicates with them, or in some situations, now that he's gotten bigger, like a mom will notice her daughter. Someone has reached out to her underage daughter and is trying to communicate with them. The mom will find out and then reach out to him. He will then take over the daughter's account and like clockwork, the predator won't even realize there's been a switch of a person. He'll still communicate as this 6-year-old girl and eventually just build a case, share, talk to them, rope them into like, oh, hi, can you show me a picture of your dick or something?
Oh, that's a big one because once you get them sending fucking a illicit image over the
and
internet.
It doesn't even have to be yourself. You can send them a picture of porn. Just say, hey, look at this.
But 90% of the time it's them, and they try and say it's not them, but it's like, dude, we can see your sneakers in there, or you can see your fucking dog,
or you have a tattoo. Oh man, and it's just. It's great. It's uncomfortable to watch. And when he talks,
the funniest is these guys like spam the girls too. Why aren't you answering me? I love you, honey.
They get so emotionally involved in what this guy does.
It's like, dude, we can't talk to you because we're talking to 35 other fucking weirdos
he'll
right now.
Finally get them to do, because these creeps want to meet up with the girls. So he'll be like, okay, do you want to finally get together? And like, yeah. And sometimes the guys, it'll take multiple times to finally have the balls to meet up. And what happens is these guys are someplace ready to meet a 6-year-old, and out of nowhere, Alex Rosen is this huge dude. He looks like a football player with this big red beard, and the people are just so unexpecting. He'll just roll up on him and go, "Oh, excuse me, sir." He goes, "I just want to have a conversation with you." It's so great.
No pressure.
Yeah, and
we got some cameras here. It's just for my safety and your safety.
Yeah, I'm a big guy. I'm not here to hurt you, but I want to make sure you're not going to hurt me. And I just want to have a conversation with you. You're not trapped here. You're free to go at any time you want. And when he talks to them, first, like he'll be like, I just want to talk to you about these conversations that we're having. Okay, it's the internet. I know you can get a little carried away. My favorite one, because he says it all the time. He'll finally get into a conversation with them. He goes, so, are there times that you find yourself sending pictures that are a little risque? It's a little risque. And then the people start talking, which they're incriminating themselves. That's all that he's doing, but he's talking to them as their friend. Like,
dude, we're talking,
he's understanding.
These aren't half-hour interviews either. They're like an hour
and a
2
half.
hours.
And he
lets them go like 25 to 30 minutes, and then he'll go, hey, Pablo, can we order the fried pickles?
Yep, the fried pickles is the key word, right?
You call the cops.
Yeah, that means to call the cops while I'm still talking here. So, and then he'd be like, oh, remember how I used to always appreciate everything?
Yeah.
Smook,
Yeah, I appreciate it, yeah.
He goes, oh, is this what you do? I appreciate your service, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate your service.
Oh, so you're a janitor? We need more people like you.
Yeah. Oh, you don't have a job?
I don't want to take someone off the streets that's, out there doing work.
And I feel like you need you seem like an honest guy.
Yeah. I don't think you need me in trouble. I think you just need a little guidance.
Yes. You need some help. But you come off as a very honest guy, right?
We don't need to look at this, do we?
Yeah. I'm not a reader, all right? And he's got this brown paper bag, and it's always just like, when someone lies, you always hear, well,
I think you really did. Can we agree how that meant to say it? Can we agree?
And it's the internet. I know. Do we get a little carried away here?
Yeah, my Muslim girlfriend and I.
And he's so great. And obviously, I haven't seen an episode yet where he shows his true American colors, let's say.
Oh, no, there's little, like, the best is when he does, like, little hints of, like, how he's feeling. And he'll slip something out there like, oh, so we're paying for you?
Yeah. So this my favorite episode. I got to get a clip of it to show Sharkey. He shows up this guy's apartment, right? And somehow Alex figures out that he's somehow social services. He's living in this pretty nice apartment, not on the inside, let's say, lots of room or whatnot. And he goes, oh, you got a nice place here. He goes, how many square feet is this? And the guy says, he goes, maybe I should just give up my job so that I can have a job. I can have a place like this. And he goes, oh, you got a heart transplant. I'm sorry to hear about that, sir. He goes, how did you pay for that? Was it, through your insurance or through the state or whatnot? And the guy's like, well, I don't know. I didn't pay for it. He goes, oh, it's through the state. And he goes, well, I'm glad that I'm here, I'm here making sure that you have a working ticker, and all he does is he basically he sneak attacks these guys by just rolling up on them when they're expecting to be with an underage chick.
He went to one that was at a fucking car wash, and he went into the car wash with them.
Right.
And he got his car washed, and then he sat in the booth and harassed this guy until he started crying and hid underneath the desk.
Oh, really?
There was another one that he went to a waiter and he was his waiter. And then he just goes, for the check, he handed him the fucking chat logs.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw one where it was a nurse, and a lot of these guys, they just all look the same. They're either like
they're always the thing is that most of them have a girlfriend
or like the older ones are like the skinny hicks that you could tell like just stick a cigarettes and beer.
They're fat.
Or the younger ones are like they sit at home. Yeah, they're fat. They got that like gut where they and they just sit at home and play video games
and they got no fucking pussy.
Yeah. And the one of them was a nurse. The guy, he goes, listen, sir, I don't want to get your job involved. I wouldn't be here if you weren't such a good guy. I know that you're a good guy, but can we just have a conversation? And it's just so awkward. He makes the guy's on his break. He has a half-hour break at work.
Oh yeah, that half hour is going 2 hours.
Right.
And he's never going back to work.
No. And he makes this, so the nurse's supervisor is coming out because they don't know what the fuck is going on. He goes, I don't want to have to tell your supervisor what's going on.
We'll just tell him we're doing an interview.
Yes. And
he's an old friend from high school.
So think about you being on your break. You did something fucking fucked up and just some random civilian is trying to talk to you about it. But now your boss is saying your break's over. You're caught in a rock and a hard place because you want to go back to work. You don't want to get in trouble for work. But now you got this guy who has caught you fucking trying to talk to younger people. What the fuck do?
You have no choice. You have no choice. You have to. The only thing you have to do is stay there and hope that he doesn't call the cops.
Right.
Because if he doesn't, I've seen Alex cause such a fucking mayhem.
Yeah.
Like,
are there any situations where he had, except for the boxing ones, except for times where he hasn't called the cops on them?
Never.
Yeah, because it's always...
Or sometimes if there's been a couple where he'll be like, oh man, I'm so glad that we got Rumble, that we could release this, because there's some of them that, like, just the town they're in, they know they're not going to get arrested.
Right, so they just...
They'll turn it into police after they're done, but they won't even bother calling the cops. It's usually in California.
Yeah, where the laws are different or something, yeah. But this guy is great. I would, it would take a lot of work, and, Pat and I have a tough time just to get together and do this.
I don't want to start doing it and get arrested.
How would we, you know what I actually was thinking? I want to catch a predator guy. Like, go online act like I'm this sick
Yeah,
fuck, but
dude.
go right just to the
Our
line of things.
Our look would be like it's the Suffolk County cop.
No, meaning like me. Like,
Yeah.
I want Alex to try to catch me, but I don't do anything illegal. I go right up to the line of things. Like I don't open up any files.
All these guys do. They go right up to the line, some of them.
Well, yeah, I want him to think I'm someone and be like, hey, Alex, welcome to our podcast. I just want to have a conversation with you, Alex, and him be like, what the fuck? Listen, we've been trying to get you on the podcast. I'm not a predator. I'm actually a big fan of your work.
When you message someone on Twitter, right, can you tell if they could see if it's seen or not?
No, but what we do here...
Because I just said sent.
With him... He, on his things, he has a website or a phone number or something that, like, if we know someone, like, if we want to reach out for his help, we just should get that, whatever contact he has with that. And then he may not even be answering it all himself, but we need to harass that number that him and his team are always looking at. Because when you're famous and you have Twitters and Instagrams, like, you're not looking at all your shit, and you have someone looking at it for you.
Yeah.
You know, you now have walls.
I don't know. He's on that fucking phone a lot.
Yeah, we need to get that number.
He's doing lives a lot. Maybe on the next live, we just spam the shit out of it.
When you say spam, how do you mean with spam? Just
the link. Just our link to our thing. Just keep fucking hitting it till we get thrown out.
Okay. Yeah, you wanted to do that with Kumia as well, too. Like, that's like, Pat and I'm so un-internet savvy now these days. It just has grown so much in the last 15 years that I don't even know where to fucking begin. And then, you know, I'll start doing something. I'm like, wait, maybe this isn't working. Maybe I'll go over here. Maybe do this. And then I just don't stick with one thing. If anyone has any ideas, who just wants to fucking do it for us. Come on.
We're trying to get an email to Anthony Cumia.
Yeah. And you know what? Germany
keeps downloading though, man.
I'm very
in two
pleased.
Different cities.
I'm very pleased with you, Germany, but at the same time, I'm also disappointed. I want to hear from you, and I know you have a lot to provide us. Do you guys have any predators there? I'm sure you do.
Yeah, of course they do. In Germany,
do you know any
predators? Dude, what's his name was in Austria, fucking like 60 miles away from the border of Germany.
Oh yeah,
fucking sleeping with his own daughter.
Yeah, that's the predator of all predators. We need to do a profile on our boy Joseph Fritz. That story always...
Dude, you ever notice people with creepy eyebrows like you?
Yeah.
He has like the devil eyebrows. You know who else had those eyebrows?
BTK. Yeah.
Anyone with those types of eyebrows, chances are, have killed fucking girls or slept with girls
that are their family. Their family.
Yeah, just sick fucks. Like, you got devil eyebrows, you're a devil.
Yeah, well...
Like those people, like if I next person I see with devil eyebrows,
just ask him. What's his interview?
I'm throwing holy water on him. I don't want him in the house.
What about you, Thailand? Thailand, I'm addressing you directly.
Bangkok.
Do you guys? I think you're probably more liberal with your weirdness there, and I'm not judging. I'm not here to judge you. Okay?
I am.
No. I'm going Alex Rosen.
Yeah.
Right? Not here to judge you. I just want to know. I want to know more about what you consider abnormal and weird. And if you know anyone there that we should reach out to and have a conversation with.
Anyone sniffing farts is fucking weird, Smook.
That might be like a normal thing. No, they probably think we're weird for that.
No, they think we're weird for eating cows, I bet you.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think they think cows are like sacred in Buddhist cultures.
Well, I think all animals in Buddhist,
but like, eating fucking bugs.
Indian cultures, that's a big thing.
Well, the problem with Indians is that they smell. Yeah,
maybe they
do. No. They fucking stink, and they don't use fucking deodorant. So I used to have this girl in my communications class. No, it was public speaking.
Right.
And she was a nice girl.
Right.
But you could tell she didn't use deodorant. She fucking stunk, and she was in my group and everything. And I used to have to sit next to her.
Oh man,
it smelled like curry and fucking body odor, and it was in a summer session. It wasn't like it was fucking in the winter. So that's already stinky.
And I think that's like a rite of passage, or that's something like they like that smell. Like, you know, it's like you're not allowed to wash it off. It has something to do with their like spirituality. But yeah, yesterday at work, I had to help someone who Creole language or whatever.
Yeah,
and what's so Haitian. And what was so annoying,
they have the worst fucking deodorant, not colognes.
Yeah,
there's Haitians that work at Amazon.
You want to know what annoyed me with this guy? Is he said it was non-English. Yes, it was non-English speaking, right? And there was no effort on his behalf. He was there for
a free fucking...
Not even that. He fucked up when you get into a car accident, right? You know, you do something called no fault, this, that, and next thing. But he couldn't even express to me what I could do to help him. And I need to gather information. And finally I go, are you the driver or the passenger? I'm the driver. And then I was like, all right, I need some of this information to help you out so you don't have to pay for this, right?
Is he on the phone or is he there?
No, he was there. And then I had to talk to his cousin because there was no effort to try to learn
the guy fucking got onto a fucking plank and you just happened to blow him into the right direction.
And then you know what? He hands me the police ticket. He needed his insurance stuff. So I was like, so clearly you fucked this up. You created the accident.
Chances are he has no license, no insurance.
Right. It was he had none of that stuff. And you weren't helping me help you, you know?
I hope we denied him.
I don't know how he got the service, but I feel like he's going to get a big bill.
Yeah, and we'll pay that bill. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling that if his credit's at least going to be hit, but he may not even have credit.
No. Hopefully we're deporting him within a week. Well, I love these deportation videos.
Oh, yeah.
I love them.
Tell me about
there's one like these liberals post them and go, oh, look at this innocent mother getting her windows broken.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm getting hard while I'm watching this. Break those windows, rip that bitch right out and send her right back to El Salvador.
Well, yeah, if you're not living right.
If you're here illegally, I don't care if you didn't commit a crime. You're fucking here illegally. If I'm in your country illegally, it's going to happen to me.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
When I go to another country, you go and you give them your passport. They stamp it. It says 90 days. When you fucking leave it, they stamp it again, and they'll write what day you left.
And if you want to live there for a period of time, you're going to go through the proper paperwork.
You'll get a visa.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
Well.
Not for these people.
Yeah. Well,
it's very easy just to fucking go through a fucking cartel and come here illegally. Guess what? Not anymore, motherfucker. ICE went to a fucking Tesla fucking protest the other day, and they just fucking pulled up and started crashing it all.
Oh, nice.
Because, like I said, they're hiring these people. I saw a video of these people protesting Doge, and this fucking black, he's on so much drugs. He's one of the zombies.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Like, you know the ones that fucking like this?
Yeah.
And it's just stand up at the end.
Yep.
I know. That's who they're hiring for these fucking these protests.
That's so crazy.
Yeah,
and they're all just whacked out and they're fucking doing God knows what. But I'm also like, I just fucking lost my thought. But oh shit! So you're talking about Oh yeah. So the schools, Trump is no longer giving, or he's denying funding to some of these Ivy League schools because they're breeding ISIS supporters. They're breeding, people who have ties to terrorist organizations.
Yeah.
And they're in our learning institutions.
Yeah.
And not only that, are they connected with these terrorist organizations.
They're starting protests.
They're also
starting riots, and they're
getting inside the kids, the young adult heads that are doing these stupid protests that have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
You're here on a visa. You're walking around with a fucking Hamas fucking flag, a Palestine flag, screaming Hamas and how you want to join Hamas and how Hamas is great. Okay, get the fuck out of here then. You're the fuck out of here. You're here.
Fucking drown you.
You're here on a privilege to be in our country. And if we don't think you're fucking, doing the right thing, get the fuck out of here. You're privileged. You don't have the same privilege as other Americans to protest.
And here's my viewpoint with this. If you don't think there's something not right with this, you're retarded.
They are fucking retarded. They fucking are.
Well, what about the people who are trying to protect them? Like, you're retarded. What's the problem with holding people accountable and, people who are doing things that are, that go against our values and our morals, if there's no humanity to that, it's like, oh, you got to be, you got to treat everyone equally. No, you don't.
No.
You don't have to.
Fuck that.
Why don't you treat the people who are doing the right things?
They're not true Americans, first of all. They're here on a visa. They don't get the same rights as everyone else.
Right.
They don't have the right to protest.
You're right.
You have the right to come here and be on your best behavior before we revoke you.
Good answer.
That's exactly.
And you don't have the freedom of speech here.
No.
You have you only have the rights that you have in your own country.
Trump said you're fired and get the fuck out.
I like that.
He did that to that Muhammad guy from fucking Colombia.
Oh, really?
They're all protesting. They're like, oh, don't send them back. And he's like, no, he's out of here. He's a terrorist.
Good for him. There was a guy during...
Dude, not even that. He's starting like real hate towards Jews. Like, I'll make Jew jokes and all that.
Right.
And it's all fun and game.
Yeah.
But this guy's talking about like fucking real anti-Semitic Semitic values.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah, killing Jews and stuff like that.
Which is, that is not cool shit.
No.
And at the same time, like, having to do with these people that come here thinking that they've run the show. There was a guy, I forget what culture, what country he's from. He was recently deported. A year or two ago, he was on TikTok teaching squatters from other countries how to get into our country, right? And he was charging them too, through TikTok, how to squat in houses and how to get around certain law things. A few months ago.
And he was living in the country when he did it?
Right. He was living here while doing it, but ICE recently deported him to his country, and then in his country, he just got arrested for being a cunt. You know?
Do you see that lady that fucking, she goes, I'm an illegal on one of these fucking things? Guess what? She's gone.
Idiot. Dumbass. Yeah. Oh, so she was flaunting, I'm an illegal.
Yeah, I'm an illegal and I'm saying this and fuck these, the Trump administration, blah, blah, blah. Adios.
Cunt.
I hope you like Mexico this time of year. And she was fat too. There's no way she's walking back in here.
Yeah. Well, she was obviously enjoying all the pleasures of our country.
And they're like, oh, but this person lived here peacefully for the last 30 years and was paying taxes. No, you weren't. You're fucking here illegally. If I'm living in somewhere else illegally, and you break a law, you're getting deported.
Well, yeah, and also I've also been growing, more annoyed to the fact that I've lived here my whole life. I'm expected to follow certain laws, certain rules, financial obligations, and then when you think about all the people who are not, at the very, very least, if you're not following the rules and you're just being blatantly disrespectful and breaking the law, I want you out of here.
Even if you're following the rules, I want you out of here.
You had just said that. If I don't see you and I don't, and you're not draining my taxes, that's where I differ a little bit from you. But at the same time, you know what? I don't know as well.
But if you get caught,
get the fuck out.
Dude, I don't care. You're here illegally. You need to get the fuck out. Just if I understand. If, let's say Canada was giving jobs away for fucking $300 an hour.
Right.
I might fucking walk in there illegally. But if I get caught by them, I get deported, all right. Yeah, fair game. I did what I had to do. I got what I got out of it, and then they caught me.
No right to complain.
No.
Is what you're
These
saying.
motherfuckers think they're fucking citizens.
Yeah.
And they have a fucking right to stay here, and they'll only accept the best flights to their home.
Yeah.
No. Dude, you're lucky we don't throw you with a parachute on and teach you how to use it.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that you brought up that's really good. It's like a lot of the entitlement is, I deserve the best. What about my parents who have worked their fucking balls off to get the best of what they get? Like, I'm trying to work really hard right now so that one day I can earn the best shit that's available.
What about it's a slap in the face for every fucking citizen that came here legally.
Yep.
That did it the right way.
Work their ass off, and that takes time, effort, fucking...
Dude, and Biden fucked it up. He sent us back fucking... Those 4 years he was in here, he sent us back fucking 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
They were trying to... I hate to say this is going to sound like a KKK fucking broadcast, but he was trying to fucking erase us.
Say that again. Oh, yes, I know what you're saying. So, hold on, let's see if I get this, if this is straight. By letting so many people in that were not America, what you're doing is you're
whitewashing us.
Yeah, getting rid of the bloodline is what you're saying, is saturating us with so many un-American values that we lose our value system because there's so many different ones are coming in.
It was going to get to the fact that they were going to be able to vote pretty soon.
Yeah, and that was only because they want those votes for the future Democrats. Well, and fuck them.
Didn't win.
And they're not going to win because hopefully Trump will not only get us back from the 20-year deficit we were put in, but hopefully maybe put us forward. And it's not just Trump. Let's not just do a complete Trump dick-sucking, contest here. It's more so someone resetting the standard to go back to a certain way that we were living and to continue to grow as an American culture. Yeah. That's really all that it is. And America was developed on other cultures, but them coming to us and adapting to our society, not us adapting to everyone else's, So fuck them.
Well, dude, you come here. I don't expect you to fucking adapt, but you follow the fucking laws.
That's adapting. You can.
You
don't have to be American and everything. You can still bring your values from your country.
I know
but
when
you're
I'm
not
in another
gonna
country, I still fucking look for shit that I want. Like I wanted to watch the Super Bowl.
Right.
That's something you look the fuck to do. But
I
was following their laws.
Right. What we were just saying is, with Biden, they were changing the American DNA. Really what it was. That's what it was trying to
I don't know what the fuck he was doing with that DNA.
Yeah.
Because he was fucking making it so woke with some of that shit, man. It really
I love
was.
how everything is so not even just it's not anti-woke, it's that America woke up from that bullshit.
Dude, it was bad.
And they're they're eliminating, they're realizing how
you want me
diluted.
To call a girl that had a fucking full beard just because they had a dress on.
Oh my God.
And a boner out to here. If you got a bigger cock than me, I can't call you a girl. I just can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm pretty liberal like that because I really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, I don't care if.
But my thing is, you have the right to be made fun of just as much as everyone else.
Yeah.
Then
Yes.
Yeah, I'll.
And if you're
gonna call me miss, motherfucker.
Yeah. And if you're a girl and you want to be called a guy, then grow some fucking balls and learn how to take a joke here and there.
You misgenderized me.
Yeah.
No, and it upsets me.
What is a cis? Well, what?
We're a cisgender.
What?
We're cisgender.
What does that mean?
We're like normal.
Okay. Then what is it? What are those people called who can't get laid, and because they've never had sex?
Simps.
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 Okay. So what does that stand for? Like,
I don't know. You're like a simpleton. You're like a simp. So you like simp to someone like.
Okay.
Like a simp, someone that doesn't get laid but like will fucking look at like pictures of someone, I think.
Yeah, who involuntarily
is a simp. Simpleton, right? Like a mongoloid.
Yeah. Unable.
Do you see Snow White? The
No.
clips I showed you with her fucking face? She really is a mongoloid, Smook.
No, yeah, with the head. With her fucking head. Oh, incels. Incels.
Oh.
Because they're celibate, but meaning when someone chooses to be celibate.
Let me see what a simp is.
That's like a simpleton. That's someone who, like what you're saying.
No, but that's...
An incel is this. A person who has been so, secluded and has no personality and who has... involuntarily, meaning they're unable to connect with the opposite gender in order to have an intimate relationship with them, in order to have sex with them. And they've become so angry over time that they blame society and blame, if you're a guy and you've never had sex at the age 30.
Like Harry Sisson.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
And you then start getting angry at society because you haven't had sex, right? And you're incelibate, meaning you're not celibate because you choose to be. You're not celibate because you have.
You gotta be a repulsive human being not to be able to get away.
Yeah.
I mean, dude.
But even there's other outlets to do it. Like, you
pay for it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
your fault.
You gotta be a repulsive human being not to get laid.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah, it really is.
A simp is someone perceived as overly submissive, desperate, or willing to do anything for someone else, especially in a romantic context. So you don't want to simp to someone.
Yeah, that's that's someone who's just basically a walking doormat. That's being subordinate.
Some people get fucking off on that. I swear.
Yes, that's the SMN bullshit. That's someone who likes to be walked around on a leash.
We had this manager at fucking Whole Foods, and he had all girls that worked for him, and they would all treat him like shit.
And he loved the...
And I would always go like, I'd be like, this guy fucking gets a hard on. Because I heard him with his wife one time going like, okay, honey, okay, I'm sorry. I am sorry. So, and he used to only hire girls like 180 plus.
Yeah.
So, and his last
felt
name,
better about himself.
His last name was Wiggins, so I used to call them Wiggins Piggins.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Where's Wiggins Piggins?
Yeah. Oh, they're all $180 plus.
Yeah. And people like that just like enjoy being a subordinate. But there's also people who pay for that in a with like a dominatrix or like a mistress.
Yeah.
Like to step on
their balls. Yeah. Or hit them with a wiffle ball bat.
Hold on. Have you, like, in the days of like early internet like videos and stuff, have you ever seen those ones where like I remember the first time I saw it and I could never watch it again. So guy is on the floor, like I guess he's like almost laying down, like where his balls and stuff on the ground, and you see like his butt cheeks and his balls hanging, and a woman,
she's running up and kicks him.
No, would just step on his nuts.
I don't know how you could find that. I don't know that shit blows my mind.
It hurts.
It hurts me just thinking about it.
Yeah. Like, have you ever sat on your nuts?
Dude, I've fucking gotten hit there before. Like, dude, you remember I was a catcher.
Yeah.
So I've had the balls fucking pop up there and fucking hit me. And there's nothing worse than getting hit in the balls.
You don't even remember.
My stomach's hurting like right now.
Do you remember what I did to you once? Remember when we had practice at Rayner Field? You were a senior. I think you were a senior or something, or whatever year it was. We had a practice under the lights at Rayner Field, right?
Baseball or football?
Football.
Okay.
And I had to do warm-ups, right? Yeah. And you were the center was doing stuff, so I was taking snaps with you, right? And I was fucking around with you. Hey, guys, watch this. I got on my knees. I just went, that's you.
I never wore a cup.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It was nice and warm under there. Your balls on my fucking hand. But like, I remember doing that to you, and you just were like this because I wasn't supposed to fuck around being the quarterback. But I remember you like this. You're like, oh, and you just fell forward.
I don't remember that.
I do because I felt bad after a while. Yeah, because I didn't hit you hard. Like it was more like a hard tap. I would never like do full punch, but like we were taking snaps. I was like, oh.
Dude, I stopped wearing a fucking cup after I got like jockeyage from fucking running.
Oh my God, I hated that. Yeah.
Dude, because my mom put my cup in, and my mom has no clue how to fucking put a fucking cup in.
Yeah.
So she put it in upside down. Oh. So the white part was on the fucking bottom.
Yeah.
So I'm running, and the fucking it goes like a triangle.
Yeah.
And so I'm running the opposite way, and that shit's just rubbing against my fucking thigh.
I remember the first time I ever got
jockeyed. I had 5 fucking rippies.
Yeah, I know exactly what that is.
Oh, dude, I had jockeyage. I had it bad when we went to football camp.
Yeah.
And I remember going to Coach Hirsch and being like, and he'd be like, let me see. So I like whip my balls down, and he's like, it looks pretty inflamed there, Sharkey.
I love it like when like real men, like, and they're in a domineering position. There's nothing gay about it. No. Let me see.
You gotta see your balls.
Because they're old enough to just put that to the side. Like, it's just, like, you're young. You're like, let's get fucking serious. Like,
all right. Let me see. I lost my dignity already because I couldn't walk. So I pulled him down. And I remember I didn't want to make eye contact.
Right. Oh, I got to tell you this thing. And where I work now, I can understand it now. But so I'm in my group home, and guys love playing handball, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a jail thing.
It's a jail thing. And this one dude, he's dead now, right? But, like, this guy was just built like Mikey Ryan, but, like, more of a gut. Like, Mikey Ryan's strong and fast, but this guy just didn't take care of himself.
Right? Obviously, he's dead.
Yeah. So, like, but he had this power to play this game. He's a white dude, too, who loved to rap. Like, he was fucking funny.
Real nigger.
And he knew it.
Nigger.
He knew it, too.
Yeah.
So this little guy, just very athletic. He's doing good now, whatnot. He gets up there, and somehow, I forget, I don't know if they started playing butts up or something, okay? But somehow he gets the handball, I guess he was running or whatever it was, from behind and hit his balls from behind, okay? Dude, so it ruptured something in there. Okay, hold on. So he ended up being okay, but like we all had to see this. Because if it ever happened to you, you're like, I'm glad to know that if this happened, that you would be okay, dude. But I'm telling you, balls.
Yeah,
it looked like a fucking eggplant.
Do you remember the guy on the Stern Show? Type on Stern Show big balls.
Okay.
This guy had balls the size of beanbags, and the same thing happened. He got hit. And his balls blew up to his. He put them on. He would put a fucking shirt on, a sweatshirt on over his balls, a hooded sweatshirt, and he would carry around a fucking milk crate to rest his balls in.
Oh no! Holy shit!
Show the video. Show it to the screen.
Hold on! Oh my god! Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now, here's where my mind
goes.
So
he got hit, and they just kept growing and growing and growing. Oh. He ended up getting him taken out.
That can't be real.
That is real, dude. That's real.
That's him?
That's real. Oh. He ended up dying, actually, after he had the balls cut off.
Oh.
That's that. Yeah, it's him. So he got hit, and it was like a cyst that his balls grew into a giant cyst.
Oh, no. So, you know what I want to know is something like... Oh, that's his gut.
Gut.
So, hold on. my immediate thing is I want to see a porn with that guy. And I want to know what
Dude,
happens
you
when you empty it out.
even get his fucking heart on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Dude, you imagine how much blood you have to run through to get fucking hard?
Yeah, so like my buddy,
probably died.
Great kid, you know, I call him a kid, he's a lot younger than us. But like, if this is what like someone's, like, you know.
Your balls are like this.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the sack, this. So the
Like this.
sack turned into an eggplant like that.
Yeah.
He had to have like the blood drained out.
Yeah.
And like imagine that happened to you before you went to the doctor and all that stuff, and you saw your balls like that.
I'd pass out. Dude, there's no saving you for that. You're passing the fuck out.
But he ended up being okay, but he had to have like a catheter put into like fucking
the
blood.
Dude.
No, not catheter in his wee, in a catheter like in his skin.
My dad, when he had a fucking, I can't remember if it was a kidney stone or something, but he had to have like a fucking lollipop stick stuck in his fucking penis hole.
Oh god!
It was like a fucking
real
tampons.
Yeah,
fucking, and just him talking about it, like I was like, Dad, I'm gonna pass the fuck out. Like I almost fucking drove off the road, thinking about a fucking stick coming. I think I just die.
Yeah,
I just hit me with a fucking disease. You're not putting a stick in my dick.
Hey, wait, you know, sometimes I used to have a really good memory, and sometimes I have good long-term memory. I remember you told me once you had. Was it kidney stones or you drank too much iced tea. And what was it like peeing those? You had to pee them out, right?
Peeing them out wasn't the hard part.
Okay.
It was the hard part was when they drop from your kidneys into your intestines.
Okay, so because it has to go in through.
Yeah. So when it goes through your kidneys to your intestines are so small.
Yeah.
And it's just hitting the walls and just fucking shit on.
Ripping out.
Yeah. That's what caused all the blood.
So let me ask you.
When you piss, though, you piss through a strainer.
Yeah, because you want to hear it hit in there. I learned that from you. I remember that. So when you're going through the pain, when those things are passing through, right? What's the feeling like when you're...
Dude, it felt like I remember I thought I got kicked on the side.
Okay.
And then...
Like, did you get shooting pains or is it like a dull...
It felt like someone fucking kicked me on the side, like a fucking roundhouse kick.
Okay.
And then
how long does it last for?
It got progressively worse and worse. So we were skiing at the time.
Okay.
And I remember going to my mom. I didn't feel good, but I made her make me a bagel.
Of course.
and I couldn't eat the bagel. I started throwing up and it got worse and worse. And then we were at my aunt and uncle's house because we were skiing in the Connecticut mountains.
Okay, yeah.
And
Wyndham and shit, yeah.
So you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
We had to drive like 45 minutes to the fucking hospital, and I'm like, go through the red lights.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking throwing up in my hands from the pain.
Yep.
I thought something blew up in my fucking system. I really did. Because that's the type of pain.
I hope I never see. There's something amusing about hearing you describe going through pain. You know, it's just something like I never want to witness it myself, but there's just something amusing about it.
It's fucked up, man. I'm telling you, it hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, any of you have any pictures or stories of your pain or something crazy you've been through? By all means, we'd love to hear from it. We do have a Gmail account that we're trying. Oh, should I tell them about the email that Donald Trump sent us? Oh, hold on, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going to be wrapping it up soon.
But we might have a bonus show. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. Sharkey and I are going to discuss that right after this. We definitely we might be going a little back to back. But we did get a letter from our U.S. president. And it says, "Dear Can't Understand Normal Thinking team, I just had to reach out and tell you how fantastic your podcast is. I've been listening, and let me tell you, your views and opinions are exactly what our country needs right now. You're doing a tremendous job serving our country with honesty and courage. It's very clear that you are not only perspective, but you stand up for what's right, something that far too few people do these days. Frankly, most other people out there are completely fucked up, but not you. Your insight is refreshing, and I appreciate how you cut through the nonsense and speak the truth. Keep up the incredible work and know that you have my full support. The country is stronger when voices like yours are heard. Thank you for everything you do. Best regards, Donald J. fucking Trump."
The real one.
Yeah.
That's a fake one.
No, not the chat GPT one. Okay. No, that one does not exist. Okay. So I just figured you all would like to hear that. We're waiting for our advanced one. Okay. I'm sure he's going to be following up soon.
Oh, yeah.
But until then, listen, you guys know about all our social medias, especially our Gmail, CNTUNDERSTAND, normal thinking at gmail.com.
And then X is CNTUNDST48334. Like
okay.
man. Yeah, definitely.
And look for our logos or whatnot on all the other bullshit.
Yep.
Until then, thank you, and we're looking to hear from you soon. Peace.
You fucker! You laughed, you mocked, you shut us down. Called us names, tried to run us out. You pushed too hard, took too much. Now you're the ones who've lost their touch. You rigged the game, you changed the rules. Gaslit the world, played us for fools. But tides have turned, the storm is near. Cry all you want, we're still here. Faithful, fuck around and find out. You tried to rule, but your time ran out. Faithful, the silent won't stay quiet now. We're taking back what you burned to the ground. Censorship, lockdowns, all your control. Built your throne on a house of gold. Now you panic, now you cry. Tears don't work, truth don't lie. The games are done, the mask fell off. No more lies, we've had enough. You played with fire, now taste the flame. This time, we're naming names. Faithful, fuck around and find out. You tried to rule, but your time ran out. Faithful, the silent won't stay quiet now. We're taking back what you burned to the ground. You called us threats, you called us extreme, but we remember everything. From 24